Hello! In today's video, we're going to be talking about all things monogramming because as the saying goes, if it ain't moving, monogram it. Monograms are a very popular way to personalize your items, especially in the classic or preppy style, which we do talk a lot about on this channel. And particularly in the South, monogramming it's a whole thing. So I thought for today's video, it'd be fun to go over why monograms are important, then talk about the types of monograms and the rules and etiquette that comes along with monogramming. And then at the end, I will share some brands that do really cute monogram things that you can go and check out. Basically, monogramming and personalizing your items has been around for a very, very long time. Like we're talking BC. People have always liked to leave their mark or their initials on something that they owned or created, but monogramming really became a status symbol thing when the royal families throughout Europe started monogramming everything. Now, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like monograms are very popular today because, of course, in the fashion world, things are mass-produced now. So monogramming is a really easy way to personalize your items and make them feel like they are special and kind of one of a kind. We humans have this weird thing where we're all pack animals and want to feel accepted and part of the group, but at the same time we're like, I'm so unique and only I'm allowed this one thing. So I feel like it is a great way to have something that feels really special to you. Alrighty, let's talk about the different types of monogram and then the rules and etiquette that comes along with monogramming. And you're gonna wanna strap in because there's lots of rules. But at the same time, I would like to put a caveat that remember, it's your own monogram. If you don't want to follow the rules and do something different, then you totally should, because after all, it's literally your monogram. You can do what you want. First up is the simple first letter of your first name. She's simple, she's timeless, and she's classic, isn't she? Just having the simple first initial is something that I gravitate towards a lot. I don't know, there's something about it. Another popular way to personalize things is with your first name. And a lot of the time this is done in a beautiful script font. I see a lot of iPhone cases where you're able to personalize it with your first name. I don't normally go for this option just because my name is Fab and I have this weird thing where I feel like people will think that it's a brand name and not my name. And like, who is reading my iPhone case anyway and like is thinking that deeply about it, but I am. So these are the weird things that I spend my time thinking about. Anyway, having the full first name is very popular, especially for children's items and gifts for children. Moving on, and this is probably the most traditional way to monogram and probably the thing that comes to mind when you think of monogram, and that is to have the three initials, your first, middle, and last name. So the rule here is, if the font is all going to be at one level, then it goes first, middle, last. Or if you want to have your monogram with the middle letter larger than the ones on the side, then it is first, last, middle. I have heard the rule that if the monogram is for a male, then it is first, middle, last. And if it's for a female, then it's first, last, middle. But from what I've read, it's actually not the case. It's actually down to whether it's all going to be one level or if you're going to have the larger initial in the middle. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, it's more about how the font is. Now things start to get interesting and also confusing when you get married. There's a lot going on with combining names. Traditional couples monogram is a good old combination of your initials. Normally it is the woman's initials on the left-hand side, then the married last name in the middle, and then it is the man's initials on the right-hand side. If you do decide to take on your husband's last name, then of course your personal monogram is going to change too. So you can obviously just, instead of your maiden name, put in your new last name. But some girls do like to have a monogram that includes their maiden name as well. What you can do here is you can either drop your middle name, and what you would do for the three letters is have your first name, your married name, and then your maiden name. Or a fun thing to do is stack your first and your middle name on top of each other, then do your married name and your maiden name. Woo! That's a lot. That's a lot of monogramming. Now, what items are you potentially wanting to monogram? Well, as I said at the start of the video, if it ain't moving, monogram it. So you can pretty much monogram anything in your life if you so please. But things that are really great to monogram, things like stationery, tech accessories, like the iPhone covers, things like pajamas, bathrobes, linens for your home. I see some really beautiful monogram pillowcases on Instagram. They're just to die for. And then you can also get diningware monogrammed, beautiful china plates, glasses, napkins, like really there's so many possibilities. Handbags are also a really good thing to get monogrammed. I don't know, there's something about your handbag, you know, it's yours, and then when you get it monogrammed, something very special. So yes, the possibilities of monogramming are really endless, but at the same time, I would warn you not to go too overboard, at least in the one setting. For example, if I had a monogrammed handbag, I wouldn't have monogram here and a monogram hat and a monogram blah blah blah. I feel like one per outfit, for me at least, is nice. It is one of those things that can go overboard quite quickly. Moving on to some brands that monogram, and you can find some really cute monogram things. I love Vera Bradley. They do things like backpacks and cosmetic cases and makeup bags, and they do have monogramming as an option. You're able to customize the color and the font, so I like them. A brand called Marley Lily, and basically their thing is monogramming. You can get pretty much anything monogrammed on their website. They have shoes and hats and bags and jeans and like legit everything can be monogrammed on Marley Lily. Another brand that is really good for things like handbags and tech accessories is called The Daily Edited. They do a lot of really sleek monogrammed items that are normally leather, just really, really classic and beautiful. Next is a bag company called Barrington. They do a lot of tote bags in particular, and not only can you just monogram it, you can really customize the bag itself. There's so many different designs. You can even customize like the straps and everything, so they are really cool. Another great place to check out monogrammed items is Etsy. Yes, you do have to do a bit of searching around, but normally it's very worth it because people are often hand making the items and they're normally really, really good quality. For example, I got this iPhone, no, it's an iPad. I got this iPad case handmade for me by a girl. I think she was in Hong Kong, and she made it perfectly to the dimensions of my iPad, and then she embossed my monogram there, and it was very reasonably priced. So if I can find her little shop, I'll link that in the description box below. But there's just so much on Etsy to check out. I mean, it's kind of a rabbit hole. You can get a bit lost on there because there's just so much stuff on there. People also do these monogram Starbucks cups where they put like the vinyl stickers, and they have like Disney themed ones or Halloween themed ones, and they're just so fun. Of course, there are many, many more companies and brands that do monogramming. So if I have left out your favorite one, please do leave it in the comments down below. It's always helpful to hear about new brands. And if you did enjoy today's video, please do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I make 2 fashion and lifestyle videos every single week, and I would love for you to join me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.